referees tried to separate them, and the corners jumped in, and it was nearly all on, and they got called off just due to the safety factor. So this is a huge grudge match, and it'll be very interesting.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this already.
Both very big and very powerful boys.
Okay, so Simi's from Palmerston North, the 102 Martial Arts Centre. That was with Stu. As we probably recognise the little ball-head fella in the background there. We've also got a new ref for this one. This is Colin Smith. And Colin is a ex-New Zealand Commonwealth and World title holder, admittedly from a couple of years ago. But you can see that the man still keeps himself in very good condition.
And also one of the top referees in the country, doing a lot of the K1 fights recently.
He's a quality ref, isn't he? He just basically takes no shit. He stamps his authority, and he's also the kind of ideal person for this kind of fight.
That's exactly why they chose him, to keep these two big boys obeying the rules.
And if you have a look, Semi's quite a big lad, but when Lemmy comes out, you'll notice he's not too small either. He's the size of a very, very solid bulldozer.
Built like Mike Tyson. He's got no neck, huge shoulders, and hits very hard.
He has quite a large chest as well. And I've seen him fight before. He, as you have as well, Gareth. Actually, you were fighting that night. I'm not too sure if you got to see his fight. But he's a very hard hitter. He loves using his hands. He's learning how to kick, and he's learning pretty quickly as well.
He's doing very well. And very big heart, and he doesn't take a step back, and he wants to get right in on this guy and land his big right hand, no doubt.
He's anyone who's followed footy over the last few years. Lemmy spent a few years playing over in Manly, playing league over there, and he was in the Manly reserves for 4 years, and he also played a lot of top quality rugby before he switched to league, and came back here a couple of years ago and decided that this is going to be his new pastime.
I hear rumours that he's aiming for the K1 in the future too. He's setting all his training for that, and he's doing what it takes. And as you can see with his physique, he's not scared of a hard
When I say break, you step back. When I say box, you continue. In the event of a knockdown, go straight to the neutral corner so I can start the count. Okay? Touch gloves, come back out of the sound of the bell.
It'll come down to if Semi can keep his reach. And if Lemmy can get inside him, then it'll be Lemmy's fight. And if Semi can stay away, use his reach, it'll be Semi's fight. It's going to be very interesting.
I mean, that's basically where Lemmy's got to go, isn't he? I mean, he's got to get in quite tight, slap his head on the other boy's chest and kind of go for it from there, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. But I assume it's going to be very hard to hurt. He's got no neck, and it's going to be hard to rattle that jaw of his. So
yeah, well, I mean, we're not really too sure if that's a jaw either, is it? I mean, it's just connected to that chest.
Yeah. Very big boy.
I was lucky enough to play rugby with Lemmy a few years ago, and the funniest thing about it was he actually played wing. He's actually got a bit of pace as well. He's quite an athlete.
So he's obviously got a bit of power and a bit of speed in those hands too. So hope he unleashes them with some deadly intentions. Interestingly enough, both boys have started off using their feet.
And admittedly, Lemmy not necessarily known as a big kicker at this stage. We've seen him; he definitely deliver power. He just.
I'm just going on Semi's stance. I'm assuming he wants to keep his distance. He's got his weight more on his back foot. Happy to send off those leg kicks.
I mean, one disadvantage for Lemmy is, I mean, in all honesty, is the length of his legs. I mean, he does have short legs. So I mean, coming up against some of the taller heavyweights, like such as yourself, I mean, where people start weighing in at 6 foot plus, it's going to be a huge disadvantage for him, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And that's when the skill comes into play, like Jason Suddy, I think he's about 5'10", and he seems to handle the over 6 foot boys quite well, but Jason Suddy is very experienced and very skillful, so Lemmy will have to learn those abilities to fight the 6 foot plus fighters. And as Grant said, with his shorter legs, he's having a bit of trouble reaching that distance as we see.
I mean, if you're in Lemmy's situation, not that you are because your legs are twice as long as him, I mean, what's your fight plan that you'd be looking at?
I'd be looking to get Semi into the corners so he hasn't got any room to step back, and then unleash the hands on him. Can't just stand in the middle of the ring and let Semi dictate the distance of the fight.
Yep.
Lemmy's got to get off first and can't let Semi dictate the terms of the fight, because the taller fighter will make it very hard for him.
I mean, the funny thing is, As you know, I mean, both these boys, they've obviously traded blows before, and they've got a bit of mutual respect for each other there.
Yeah, I was actually quite surprised with that round. I thought they were going to come out to knock each other's heads off, but there was a lot of respect shown by both boys, so they obviously know they've got a lot of power in their hands and legs. And
I just hope they don't turn soft on us and not mix it up.
Well, I think we'll see some fireworks in this one.
I mean, notice Simi, he's gasping a wee bit there for his air.
Well, that was just, he's got such a big frame to carry around. It's going to be hard for him. And notice he's sitting down too, which a lot of fighters don't, because they like to keep their legs warm and that during the round. So it's a personal choice.
I mean, both these boys coming in over 95k. I mean, you've got Simi who's 96 and Lemmy weighted at 104. And that could possibly be his height in centimetres as well. We're not sure.
Exactly.
No, I'm going to get it. Lemmy, if you're listening, Sulu. Bro, come on, man. You know I'm just joking. You know I love you.
Be interesting to see if Lemmy dictates this round a bit more with a bit of power and a bit of speed, and not let Semi dictate the distance.
Be interesting to know what his corner team has said to him at this stage, you know. Both fairly, I mean, they're both well put together boys, you know.
Oh yeah, very impressive looking athletes. I think Lemmy's got to get in there and cut the ring off a bit so he can set up his big bombs.
He's probably got to not do that again.
Surprisingly enough, though, he's back up.
Well, you see, I think it comes down to what you mentioned before, and the fact that he doesn't really have a neck. And so Semi will probably come in full out here and try and finish it off.
And here are the
and
fireworks.
Lemmy will not back down.
No, he's still walking forward. It's like the kick hasn't affected him. It's incredible.
Lemmy's got to be careful, though, not to get carried away and try to try any of those head-hunting shots and really drop that guard again in time for Semi's kick again.
Semi's showing some confidence there by dropping his hands, which could be an interesting game plan.
It's not necessarily the ideal thing you want to do with someone that looks like a bulldozer.
No, he's letting...
I mean, he does move fairly well, though.
He does. He moves very well, but he only has to miss time one of them, and so good luck to him.
And I'm not sure if Lemmy's the type of character. I mean, both these boys have got knockout ability. I mean, that's obvious. And I think a lot of the time in this situation is going to come down to who's doing it first.
I'm surprised Semi isn't still going for those big kicks to the head.
Maybe he's a little concerned, thinking, damn, he got up straight away. And in the nicest of ways, it does look as though Lemmy's just got a little bit more annoyed with him as opposed to concerned.
That's why I think that kick really woke old Lemmy up, and he seems to be really wanting to knock his head off now.
Yeah, and in a fairly polite way as well, you know.
Yeah. You can see he's got some wicked power in those hands.
I mean, actually having a look at Semi there, he's actually looking a little tired.
Yeah, and I don't think he wants to mix up with Lemmy in the corners either, which is fair enough.
Okay, pretty interesting second round there.
Very.
I'm really looking forward to the third.
Yes.
As I am dinner after this as well, because no one's bought us any food.
I just can't believe that Lemmy came back after that kick in the head. That's incredible.
I was going to say, well, it didn't affect him really. I mean, he fell over.
Yeah, it's knocked him off balance and he's back up and strong as ever. If anything, it woke him up. It's incredible.
I love watching fights where people aren't prepared to back down, you know. You know, you're there to do a job.
Yes.
Get in there, do the job.
It's going to be an interesting last round. I think it's going to take a knockdown for Lemmy to come back in this fight. Just
totally agreed.
With a 10-8 round in a 3-round fight, it's very hard to win on points, so he's going to have to knock him down or knock him out to win, I believe.
I also hope there's not a lot of blood in the knockout.
No. This is going to be a big round.
Final round. Colin's asking them to come out. It's the final round. Out of respect, he's just wanting them to touch gloves before they start this round.
And remember, everyone, these people have got another fight after this as well. They're in a 4-man eliminator.
Oh. And just to explain what Garrett's on about there is we've got 4 super heavyweights in there. They're going to fight off against each other, and the winner of the 2 fights will go through and they'll fight each other later on in the evening for a big flash bout. Oh, Lemmy going for an inside thigh kick there, which is probably a strong weapon for him because it's probably going to be the closest point of contact to Simi's body, really.
You see Lemmy's definitely looking for a big knockout here. He wants to really take Simi's head off.
I mean, in this situation, it is going to come down to who's got the biggest lungs at this stage, isn't it? Because I mean, they can both obviously throw blows,
and they can both take a few. But look at it too.
So it's who's got the bigger lungs, who's going to have a good work rate here. Will Lemmy be able to connect one of those blows?
And Semi's fighting very start, just staying out of Lemmy's range, and when he gets him close enough, ties him up. It's very smart.
That's what we like to see.
Then giving himself some time, walking away. Here they go again.
Bit of a lazy attitude, that walking off thing. I'm not big on that, It's like you're in the ring, stop walking away. Turn around and face the man.
Exactly.
Oh, wasn't that nice? They had a bit of a hug there. Oh, Lemmy looked as though he was coming in with something then. Oh, hey, don't do that. There's a law against that. Buggery's not legal, is it?
No, not in the ring anyway.
Not in the roll. Hang on. Oh, there we go. A couple of blows going in there. Lemmy's work rate's definitely picked up a lot here.
Definitely has, but I'd like to see him just give himself half a step more room and when he's in close so he can throw those punches.
Oh, that's what we like to see. Colin goes down with them also. And that's why you got someone like Colin here, who's prepared to commit to the situation.
Yeah, that was Lemmy in the middle of the sandwich there.
Cool.
I say break, you stop punching, or you're out of here. Got it?
Okay, both these boys gasping for air time on. Colin's call the shots. And basically I'm guessing these two are just going to waltz around with each other now for the rest of the fight.
Only takes one good shot and this fight could be over.
Ooh. Oh. Looks as though...
Just due to that knockdown in the second round, you have to look at the blue corner for the decision there.
Just looking around also, I think it was a very well appreciated fight from the audience,
Definitely.
We've actually got quite a nice sized crowd in here tonight.
Yeah, it's very...
I mean, Alpha Martial Arts, the promoters of this fight night, would be very happy with the size of the crowd, I think. We may actually get a bill paid. So what do you reckon, man?
Just purely for that knockdown in the second round, have to give it to the blue corner.
And some food? And some food if there's any? Thanks, Cindy. We're just doing the important stuff and ordering food. Someone cares for us. Cindy came and asked.
Remember, everyone, these people have got another fight tonight.
Yep, so the fighter here is going to go on to fight either Matt Tor or Dave Faulkner, and I saw Dave Faulkner before. He's 118k. He's a heavy boy, but he's not necessarily on the tall side. So once again, he may be in the same situation as Lemmy. He's probably not as well built as Lemmy, but short limbs once again. This is going to be interesting. Let's see where we're going to go. What do you reckon, bro? I think it's reasonably unanimous.
Yeah, I believe so. But without their knockdown, it'd be an extremely close fight. So.
Unanimous points decision. And the blue corner,
yeah, there we go there. And Semi's looking pretty happy after that. And, rightfully so. And, I mean, that was a lovely kick he threw in the second. Shame never knocked the boy out.
That's what the fight was decided on, was that one kick, basically. Both very even boys, though.
Lemmy not looking very happy with himself there. But, I mean, he didn't do a bad job there, I mean, he got in there and he didn't lose any pride. He fought hard.
He did very well. Both boys should be very proud of themselves.
Yeah, and their parents.
And horse they rode in on. Who do you want, Brad?
I don't know.
We've got a 5-minute